Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning's messages of love from above. Glad to see you all. And before we get started into the readings, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, of course, I welcome that. Whether you're watching live or on replay, we can all join together and make a difference in the world by sending this unconditional love out to the world. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And we let that love flow into our own heart like a chalice and fill us up, and then flows over out into the world, circling the globe in a giant ball of energy and having the love just move across the waters, move across the lands, move through the air, touching every single heart, sparking it higher and higher to unconditional love. May the capital T truths of unconditional love remove and transform the small t truths rooted in fears. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment for your own mind, your heart, your body, for a loved one, for a situation, or for a relationship, whatever it may be, we send this love to you right now as well. You can just take it in like a plant takes in the beautiful sunlight from the sun, absorbing it into your being, transforming things within you that match up to your higher self's highest experience. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space for that as well. And thank you guys for being here. And hopefully, you got to see the introduction of the memberships. We are very excited that we're able to offer these now. If you haven't, here is a link here to the video, and it's also in the pinned comment at the top. But I do have giveaways going on because what would anything be without me giving away something, right? I do love to give away stuff. But there's just for watching the video, seeing what is available, liking it, of course, and then commenting. Actually, even if you don't become a member, you're entered into a drawing for the end of August where I'm giving away a lot of stuff. So be sure to check that out. And then, of course, we also have our regular weekly giveaway. 2 days left. You have today and tomorrow to sign up for that. You can check out that video and see how you can get in for that drawing for Monday. And also, just a few more days left on my Crazy Zen summer sale. Like I said, I like to give away stuff, or at least discount it in this case, which is 50% off my Hedges of Peace and Love. Quite an amazing process if you want to check it out. It brings in some great silence and will even move people out of your life that are not wanting to transform into light. So be sure to check that out. And then also half off all of my recorded readings. That's all through Monday, 31st, right? Is Monday, the end of July already. I can't believe it. It's almost August of 2023. But, how to all that information's in the description box of the video too. So if you wanna come back to it and book a hedge or book a reading, all that's down there. And then each week, I also give out a free pick a card reading, and this one was how can I transform my numbness? And I really like these. The last 3 weeks have been about transforming a lower vibrational emotion into a higher vibrational emotion, which Spirit says in those that neither is right, neither is wrong. We come down here into this giant fear amusement park to experience these lower vibrational emotions. But if we are bored with it, after riding the same roller coaster 1,000 times, you're like, I'm ready for a new ride. Well, this is how you can transform that. And then also, I know I do a lot, I know, but I want to make sure you guys are aware here of everything that I do and give away for free here. Uh, we have a Take 10 with Zen, which is 10 minutes or less each week. I've been putting out a video that talks about how we can connect higher, how we can move inward and connect more to our higher self, and where I answer questions from my subscribers as well. And if you're at the praying mantis level of membership, you already have access to next week's in advance. So this one was all about heartache. Next week's all about heartbreak. So I like them. All right. I think those are the main things that I wanted to talk about there. So let me get my desktop all set up here and we will get a moving and a grooving here. Let me just make sure there were no more. Yeah, let me just grab a couple more screenshots here just in case. The um, blah blah. I can't do two things at once. I've evidently, just in case the chat disappears. Sometimes when I do the pop out, it disappears. In this case, it did not. Hallelujah. All right. So, and let me just get this. And so, if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, first of all. We have a great group of people here with beautiful senses of humor and huge hearts. So, welcome, welcome. How the free readings work is I just go down in order of the chat, first come, first serve. And there's no special list. The chat is the list. If you don't want to put your business out there with your question, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance. Spirit knows what you want. But if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I'll prioritize those readings, step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those, pulling more cards, and then I'll return back to the free readings. I'm usually in for a couple hours, so I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But if you want to make sure I do get to it, a donation of any amount will prioritize the reading. I know I don't look at dollar amounts because everyone's finances vary from person to person, day to day, country to country, planet to planet. So whatever you give, I know you're given from your heart, and that's what's important. Um, to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. Also, in the pinned comment at the top, we've got Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. So you can use any of those as well. So there we go. That is the details. That's the skinny. Now let's get into messages from spirit, our favorite part. All right. So I do have a donation. So Nova, thank you so much. Supanova for your donation. And let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. So you entered into an argument with your mom, and at first you were angry and annoyed. Then you turned it into something that became your own amusement, and the whole thing became funny to you. What's the reason behind it? So it's what's behind the veils make it so amusing and funny? Why did you react the way you did while being yelled at? Well, let's take a look. It does happen for sure. The more we're connecting to our higher self and and realizing we're seeing things from a different perspective, especially when as you've been working on yourself and you've been stopping defining yourself by other people's actions, you're not taking it personally. You're realizing this isn't about me, this is about them. You know, you entered into it, they invited you to an argument and you entered into it, but in the middle of it, you're like, what am I doing? And you've like stepped away from it, is what I feel. So let's take a look here. Yeah, your power of choice. Look at this. Yeah. So you have the Two of Cups, the power of emotional choice, the Two of Cups, the power of emotional choice. And this is something that has been so, wonderful with all of this. I like this beautiful awareness that, that's usually what happens when we're stepping into our power of emotional choice is after we're done with an argument, we go, "Oh, wow, I see what happened," or maybe years later, months later, days later, and then we start realizing it moments after it ends. We start realizing what choices we're making emotionally while we're in it, and then we'll eventually discover and feel it, this emotional choice coming up before we enter into something lower vibrational, and sometimes we still do it anyway, but we're learning and we're like, oh wow, I don't need to enter into this. So you start to feel you're being drawn and invited in, and you start to feel the fears rise, and you're just like, I don't have to fear. Let me listen to what my mom has having to say. What's going on? What is she fearing? Because she's acting, you know, in fear, because that's what, happens. So I love this. I like this energy. You are learning and growing here, and I see here, here's the victory over your old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Here's the fears that used to deceive you, that used to steal opportunities from you. But the sun card here is Leo energy. It's also the inner child showing that you've gone and you're understanding from, deep in your depths what things were here, and you've been moving away from these thoughts of fear. And so while you're in it, it's almost like your inner child is like, okay, that was fun, but we don't need to do that anymore. Here's the joy, the celebration, the brightness, the light that is shining into your situation there. So it does become silly because you realize, what do we, it's like you break character. If you ever watch like Saturday Night Live or any kind of live comedy thing show, where I think Saturday Night Live is one of the few, because they'll practice and everything beforehand, but while they're doing something, some guest host or whatever, they'll be trying to keep a straight face, and they end up laughing, even though it's a serious moment, because they realize it's a play, they realize it's not real. So I love this coming in here. Yeah. Right, exactly. So she even laughed. She's like, "What are you doing?" And you're just like, "It's just silly." I love it because you're realizing too, with this 2 of Cups standing out, the importance of relationship, and that you don't have to, um yeah. Right, right. She's sort of laughing like, So I love it. It's the joy that overflows, but it's the importance of the relationships. You start to realize, especially when you realize that when people act out of, rah, that's fear, right? And when you realize that when people are attacking or saying things or that we perceive as attacking, it's a scream for love because they're in fear, they're feeling unsafe and out of control. And we stop taking it personally, and we realize, oh, you're yelling for help. I don't have to react and attack back. I can, from a place of a compassionate heart, go, what's going on? What's happening? You know, hug, love, questioning, listening intently. But when we escalate, and I learned this so much, I understand why Spirit had me be in a customer service job and actually work on escalated call lines too, where you start to realize behavior. People are screaming, and if they don't feel they're being heard, or if they feel um, like you said, scared or unsafe, their little inner child, something's triggering it. And so, remaining calm and helping them bring their energy down, to where the walls are down, and then they can communicate and we can find out what's going on. So I like it. I like all this. Isn't it really? It's amazing. Um, how you just it's like being the only sober person at a party full of drunk people, right? You're just like, wow, I see things so much more clearly, and you can walk straight without falling over things, and you can help people, um, sober up in a way sometimes. It's like, here, I think you've had enough of that. Have some coffee, have some water. But I love this for you. But that's what's going on, Nova. So I love it. But yeah, Spirit is saying it's because you are making these different choices within, and you just see life so differently. It's beautifully surreal. I like the way you say it there. So that's what's going on. Thank you for asking that question. I love the joy that just comes in because it is silly, right? It's like, why are we fighting? Come here, come here. What's going on? Tell me, you know. Um, I love it. So that is what they have for you. So again, thank you so much for your donation and enjoy the new adventures. Enjoy the next argument that you're invited into that you don't have to attend. It's like, I'm gonna sit there and listen. Byron Katie, at the work, THEWORK.com. She is, you know, I learned so much through um, her philosophy of questioning and seeing things from a mirror and focusing instead of engaging in the attacking that's going on, looking at how my thoughts are attacking me and going, okay, this is what am I learning through this about me, while listening to the other person and providing loving support, or getting in a full argument and learning from that too. There's never any wasted moment, right? All right. So that is what we have. Absolutely. Right. Yeah, it is. It's you just start seeing life so differently, and that's what I love about the journey now. On this side of it, you just live a peaceful life so much. I still, I mean, I am not perfect by no means. Political stuff sometimes just ignites fears of, why are people doing this? Rah! And I'm like, what's the matter, little boo 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 boo? Come on, calm down. I pick up my little inner child. What are you feeling unsafe for? What do you feel what's gonna happen? We're all gonna be okay. And I just comfort my inner child. So, all right. So that is it. So for the free readings, we will start at the very top. So Anya Ohuya. Oops, let me just make sure get the live done on here. There we go. And so, Anya, what will happen tomorrow in your physical reality? Who knows? Well, we'll see what's going to happen in the physical world. Well, out in the physical world, there's going to be opportunities for great amounts of love and joy that's coming in, and you're able to look at it from your higher perspective or the lower perspective. So, a lot of emotion coming in tomorrow. But whether you see it as a loving or a fearful thing, has to do with, here's your higher self, here's your human self. You can look at things from a place of fear and enjoy those lower vibrational emotions, or you can connect and see things from a higher perspective and feel like your life is overflowing and joyous and huge and big. I like it. That's what's going to happen in the physical reality. I like it. There's this message here. They're going very deep today. I know, when don't they? But they're like saying, when we're asking about physical reality, it just is. Life just happens. It just is. Now each individual we, ourselves, I get to choose, what story do I want to put? Is it higher vibrational, lower vibrational? What emotion do I want to feel? Is it going to be higher vibration or lower vibration? Is what energy am I going to put out? Is it going to be higher or lower? What actions am I going to take? Is it going to be from a place of unconditional love and higher vibration, or lower vibration fear? All of it is our choice. It's like a giant restaurant. Everyone has menus to choose from. Everyone gets to choose differently, and they're going to bring whatever the people have ordered, and they're never out of stock, so they always are able to bring us what we're asking for. And that's story, emotion, energy, and action is always combining together to bring in what we're asking for. It may not be what we're asking out of our mouth, because if our story and our emotions and our energy and our actions don't match our words, it doesn't matter. That energy we're putting out is what's going to bring things in. So I like it. I like it. Very easy. See, life is so simple, isn't it? All right. So that's what they have for you, Anya. And Divine Beauty, you are up next. Hey, Divine Beauty Angélie. Excuse me. So, you want to know what is headed towards you? What does Spirit want you to know that's headed towards you here? All right. Well, we've got the Queen of Cups here. So, your intuition is going to be really, really at an all time high around whatever with this thing that's coming towards you. Normally, the Seven of Swords is your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are deceiving you, that are cheating you or stealing from you. But in this case, this with this combination, be aware of this for your own mind, but also be aware that there could be people that are not being honest and forthcoming. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. That's what the Queen of Cups is bringing in because she rules over water, and all the queens are given a second portion of water, which talks like the high priestess. You're able to really, have this connection to the spirit world, trusting that gut and intuition that comes forward. So trust it. If you're like, something doesn't feel right here, allow your spidey sense to tell you. I don't feel like you're in danger, no fear. Just be aware that, things that our people are saying aren't quite all on the up and up. They're either withholding certain information or just right out lying, but you'll pick it up and just allow that to guide you, and it'll keep you maneuvering stuff. You're not in any danger. Just trust your gut, trust your intuition. It'll keep you from, stepping in a mud puddle in a way. So that's what's coming in, Divine Beauty Angélie. So many blessings to you. All right. And general reading for you, Happy Pill. So let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know right now. All right. I like this. You're on this new journey of love. You've got the Four of Cups, which is, the other three cups are the cups that you've had in the past, the love you've had in the past that did not fulfill. It was felt empty. It felt unfulfilling. And you're like, I thought this was supposed to make me happy, but it didn't. But here is this Ace of Cups here. You can see here's the only one that is going to be bringing some fruition here. And it's a combination here between your higher self connecting to your higher love, and then that overflows out to the world where you're able to feel this energy come in as well. You have the Full card, which is all about leaving behind emotions and leaving behind things that no longer serve you. It's leaving the old ways and moving into the new. It's the Zero card. It's the first card in the major arcana, which the World card is the last one, which is the ending of old ways, the old ways of looking at love, the old ways of looking at things, the old patterns. And you're moving forward into something that is so much. I like how they have them kind of transparent, less definition around what a relationship is supposed to be, what love is supposed to be, and how those things happen. There's this freedom that comes in here. So I really like it. This is what's coming forward and what's moving forward there. So I like this. I like this, but it does start here. Here's your higher self peeking, going, connect with me. I will give you the love you're looking for. Then you fill up and it overflows out to the world. And you start to see these cups as not being empty because you're full on the inside. You see whatever is in here as extra above and beyond. Whereas before, with them being half empty or whatever, with very little in it, it felt like it was you're being cheated, out of love because it was supposed to be overflowing, but it's not. Well, it's because the love we're looking for is on our insides, right? So that is what's coming in there for you. Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. And VD Jalan, you'll be my next free reading coming up. But I do have a donation. So thank you so much, Holly. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. And want to know what is coming up for you here. All right, let's take a look and see what Spirit wants you to know here. Okay. And then also, I'd like to pull an oracle card for you. And you can choose between 1 through 7. So I'll let you choose. Then we'll pull a card there for you. All right. So you've got these two. Okay. Those two. Say they were taking their good old time coming out here. All right. Beautiful. This is a new deck that I just got, which are the Celtic Spirit Oracle. I don't know if you can see how beautiful this green is. It's even more just deep here in person. So let's take a look here and see the Celtic Spirit Oracle. Ancient wisdom from the elementals. Ooh. So let's take a look here. All right. Here is your card. Yeah, you got Portal. Beautiful card here. There it is. 26, which is change, gateway, new beginnings. Yeah, definitely. That is supported by all these the tarot you got too. So the portal, it does talk out here, says now is the time to step through the portal. You've done the work, you've set up the foundations, and now it's time to harvest what you've planted. Stepping through the portal, your life will be forever changed for the better. Portals do not appear for everyone, so know that your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Sometimes we've given our all and start to lose the energy to get to the finish line, right? Excuse me. Well, you have made it. This is the finish line, but also the start of the next path. It's so funny. It'll make so much sense too once I show you your tarot. This is exciting. Finally, a new beginning is here, and it's time to give yourself a pat on the back for all the work that you've done to bring this to this junction. Everything is in alignment, and all you need to do is step through the portal to embrace what is waiting for you on the other side. Once you've stepped through the portal, there's no going back to the old. It is gone and no longer needed. This also shows you that you're ready to let go of what no longer serves you. Embracing the new also means deciding what you now need for your future. What does this new phase of your life look like, and what space have you created to let in the new? Such a high vibrational card, and one full of wonderful new possibilities coming your way. Boom! I love it because you have the here's the work that you've been doing, the Hermit card. So you've been spending a lot of time connecting with spirit, guiding you on your path. And here, and two major arcana to start off too, which means significant change in your life here. And the Fool card, of course, is the first card. I just talked about this. The World card is the ending of old cycles, new beginning. Here's you stepping through the portal into a new life that's free of, a lot of conditions and supposed tos and shoulds tos and needs tos. Like I was talking about how transparent they are. They're undefined. They're leaving the old definitions behind, the old restrictions, and you're stepping into this journey that is more free and more open, which with the next two cards that came out, you've got the Two of Pentacles, which is balancing the higher and the lower. So you are again like kind of changing worlds. And the Princess of Cups is the Page of Cups, new love for yourself with the chalice, which also brings in a new higher vibrational love in the outside world, right? So the old ways, you know how it was when you did what you always did and you got what you always got. You were like, I'm done with that, right? You're like, no more. And that's what you've been working on. That's what you've been doing. Yeah, you broke the cycle, restarted your life. It's obviously being recognized by spirit, even though humans may not realize it and all the blood, the sweat, and the tears you've gone through to transform, um, just know that you were never alone in it, and that spirit saw it, and they're recognizing it right now here. So kudos to you. Here's a high five. And here is what's coming here. So I feel like you've been wanting love, which is great. You're finding your inner love, or have found your inner love here with the page. And here comes the Prince of Cups coming to offer. This is the higher vibrational love that's coming your way through a human. And the Ace of Wands, again, more new passion, new desire. I love how they show the phoenix rising from the ashes. So here you are, dun, da, da, da. So here it comes, and it's going to be coming into here pretty fast and soon too, with the Ace of Wands, this new passion and love. We want both, right? When we want people to be attracted to us, but not just attracted to us. We also want them to express emotion and love, and you have both that are coming in. So, whoop whoop, there we go. I love it there for you, Holly. So get ready. It's a coming. It's a coming. And that is what they have for you right now. So I am excited for your journey. So thank you again for your donation, and glad to have you. All right, Mia, you are up next. Thank you for your donation. And dear Mia, so what will be the first feelings that F will express to you in his next actions? Oh, he hasn't yet. All right, let's take a look here and see. So for F, what will be the first feelings that they are going to express here? Wow. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. The oracle card was Holly was the portal. This was the oracle that we did. So step in through the portal with the change, the gateway, and the new beginnings. So boom shakalaka. All right. So Mia. All right. So I do see here we got the movement and the victory card coming through here with the chariot. And we've got the King of Pentacles, which is also abundance and fullness coming into your life here. So it is coming, it is still coming, and it is, moving this direction. I just feel like the first feelings that they're going to communicate are this fullness of the outside world. Pentacles is they are expressing their, I don't want to say their solidity, their grounding, their confidence, and I feel like that's what they need to express first. It almost feels like it might be a little overboard where they might, uh, try to come off as macho, like, "This is me, and this is who I am," because they need to be able to exert their confidence and show the world they're confident. It might even come across as boasting a little bit, and it's like, "Okay, I see what you needing to do. Just know that this is what they need to do to feel confident to move forward." So there's method to the madness with what they're doing. You're like, "Okay, I see." I feel like, like they have to feel like their outside world is complete before they'll allow their inner world, like their heart, to be expressed. And this is what's been going on. And that's what's been delaying it, is because they've got this long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, to be able to um, have happen, before they're allowed to feel emotion. It's like they're yeah, okay. Yeah, so I feel like that's what they're needing to do is go, "I need to feel confident on the outside and safe." And even though it's kind of a false confidence, because how much of the outside world are we really in control of? But it's to have their inner child feel safe and in control. That's what they need to do. And you're like, okay, do that. But we've got the judgment card, which is our higher self calling our human self to this higher place. So it's about seeing things from a different perspective. And they'll move from all this importance here and they're going to see things here. I feel like they're going to have some shaking and rattling go on down here, double endings and double new beginnings, to see how out of control they truly are in their world. And this allows them to question here the um, the Seven of Swords, which is their own thoughts, their own beliefs, their own mindsets that have deceived them in the past. Then it allows them here. Let me make this a little PG. There we go. The star card, she's this represents the Aquarius energy. So there is this, energy of what does wish come true mean? What does it happen? What's going on here? So, that's what's going on with them. I feel like this is them expressing it. Their next actions are going to be based on, wow, I feel like they're going to share this change of stuff, this change of how they're looking at everything, and how they are sharing that their perspective has changed and that they become vulnerable and open up their heart. It is going to be a little bit of time. I feel like they have to have this, whatever this change here. If you haven't checked out my Take 10 with Zen, um, yeah, could be right. That could be the double ending, double new beginning. But if you haven't checked out the Take 10 with Zen, episodes 4 and 5 talk about fate and about things coming sooner, things coming later, that type of thing there. Um, but, yeah, that's funny because here's you, Queen of Wands, and the Four of Discs is home. So maybe it is the leaving, the going separate ways. But there is energy. You can only focus on your side of the energy. And we talk about in those the fates, um, that when it involves two people, it depends on what both parties are doing and the energies in the moment. But it helps you understand what's within your control, what you can do. And then sometimes, especially when it's about relationship with another person, you can be doing everything, but if they're not, then that delays the coming together. But we can't control them no matter how hard we try. All we can do is focus on what we're doing. And if it's too slow, if we don't want it to happen, then we never have to do anything we don't want to do either. We can end it sooner if we want. But I feel like those are important messages within that Take 10 with Zen for you, because I feel like it allows you to step into your power. So that's what they have for you, Mia Mia, right now. I know. uh, but movement, if they're not meant to go with you, then you will find something so much better when you do go that direction. All right, and thank you again for your donation. All right, back to the free readings. We got VD Jalan. Hello, hello. So what changes are happening for you currently? Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know? What changes are happening that they would like you to be aware of? Okay. All right. Well, you do have a transformation coming here. Death and rebirth. Don't, I know this is a kind of a scary looking one, but it is a transformation and there are changes happening. And I feel like this is happening within you. We've got the Five of Cups, which does tell us it's okay to feel the lower vibrational energies of the spilt cups. Although our relationship, things that happens in relationship, things that happen in situational things like job and work, and things that happen to our bodies and our bank accounts and our possessions, whatever. Those are all the cups we're told to look to for fulfillment, but they end up spilling because people change, they pass away, they walk away, situations never stay the same, things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, which allows us to feel the tears, allows us to feel the lower vibrational. But here's the Two of Cups behind here, which tells us any moment we can choose to feel differently when we are ready. Nothing, neither's right, neither's wrong. They just bring us different experiences. We come down here. But this rebirth is showing me that there is this kind of switch, and it's not like you like everything in your life you're like way in this low, sadness and depression and anger and bitterness and betrayal and all this. It can just be one situation, a significant situation that there's emotion around, which you're like, you know what, I know that I can feel that and that's okay, but if I'm bored with that, I can switch it and look at it from a different emotional perspective. Even though I'm told and been taught this opinion, popular opinion, that when this happens, this is how I'm supposed to feel, supposed to think about it, what story I'm supposed to put to it, what energy I want to invest in it, and what actions in the physical world I'm supposed to, should, need to, have to, must. It's like I've been doing all that, and it's been fun, fun, but, I'm done with that. Now I'm gonna laugh about it. I'm gonna have gratitude. I'm gonna see, what did I learn about it? Moving from a victimhood of, like, this happened to me, to now, why did I want this to happen for me? What did I learn? How did I grow? And we do this, flip the switch on that situation. So I feel like that's what's happening here, something that's important. And again, I feel like you've done so much inner work that this is not like a you know like an overall life overhaul. I feel like it's just an important situation that was one of the few that you're like, I'm saving that for later. I'm going to put that on the shelf. I want to look at that for a little bit. I'm still enjoying this, and I feel like you're like, okay, I'm done. Poosh, and you're transforming it. So that's what's coming in there, for you, Vidi, and many blessings to you. And Magician, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have an additional donation. Thank you so much, Supernova. All right, you want to know what changes are happening within you and how is it leading you to your dreams becoming a reality? All right, let's take a look here. See, what does Spirit want you to know here that have to do about your dreams becoming a reality? Okay, this one first. Come on, don't be stubborn. There it is. All right. I like this. Sorry that I chuckle. I just love all the messages that come through anyway. But yeah, the 6 of Cups, which this does tell me, it's been coming up a lot here about connections to past life connections coming forward. But I feel like this is like a childhood dream, right? This has been your dream for forever, I feel like. And the 4 of Discs, the 4 Pentacles, is about home. And I feel like this is where this energy, returning to this place of home, this earlier happy place, it's like almost returning to this um, kind of childlike attitude toward life, where life is an adventure, nothing is impossible. If you can think back of a time before society and adults and everyone else were telling us about what's not possible. We used to think, I'm going to go to the moon. I'm going to become an astronaut. I'm going to be an alien. I'm going to do this. We had all these dreams and all these huge things. Yeah. Yeah, right? It's just, like, so huge, and it's like, anything is possible. I wanna do this, and then people are like, "Yeah, I wanna do something that's more reasonable." You have to have a backup plan. Do that as a hobby. Do this, make sure you have all this stuff first. Responsibility, responsibility, responsibility. Restriction, restriction, restriction. Poke a hole, poke a hole, poke a hole. Burst your bubble, burst your bubble, burst your bubble, right? Bursting of the bubbles. that came here, the fears of letting people down, the fears, all those expectations that were coming in here. They're like, yeah, this is what it can feel like. You know, it's like, I want to live my dream, but what all this stuff is keeping me back. This is what I like about the Two of Cups coming in here because this is a an important partnership between you and another. I feel like it starts, of course, with you and your higher self, because when you realize the partnership and the co-creation you have of your life, you stop looking towards the limitations of the outside world and you start realizing anything is possible. Like I talk about how I ended up where I am at right now, literally physically in the basement of my one of my best friends' basements. Um, when I left corporate life and I had savings and I'm living off of that, trying to pursue my dream, and I was staying with another friend who I was paying lower rent to than I was in a apartment, but it's chunking away at my finances, and I'm like, all right, creator, I've got like 6 months left at the current rate of my expenses matching my savings and my income, so what's next? I'm either going to have to go get a full-time job and go live somewhere, or what are you going to do? And they're like, do you trust us? I'm like, I do trust you. I just need to know what I need to do. And out of the blue, um, in fact, my best friend, my host, she just shares it every now and then. She's like, "Yep, I was sitting waiting for some food in a fast food, through a fast food restaurant, and she just called me, hey, why don't you just come live in my basement for free?" And you're just like, "What? What? Wait a minute. What? Yeah." She goes, "I've got space, everything, and don't worry, I just want you to come live here." And I'm like, "All right." And it's like, it's stuff that you wouldn't expect, and this is the cutting away of limiting, like, no, it has to happen this way when we're cheating the creator out of all these other ways that they could make things happen, and when we let all these expectations go, then anything can happen in ways that we would never believe that they could, you know? And so many things happen, like the first person that went viral on YouTube, or something that, ended up moving up into stardom or whatever, they were the first, and people were like, "I never thought that that could ever happen," and lo and behold, look what happened, right? And so I like this, the changes that are happening within you are you're letting go of expectations, you're letting go of the restrictions, and you're beginning to see things from a less I need to be in control. You're building this trusting relationship with spirit where it moves here with the Five of Wands from energy of fear to energy of being loved instead. That it's of love instead of, something so monstrous like Medusa. It's not, we realize everything is happening for us, and we can trust it. So we start to look at the creator and go, I this is what I want, but I'm trusting you to guide me in the how, the when, and along those. So I feel like this is what is happening. This is what allows your dreams to become a reality, and it's step by step enjoying the process, not trying to rush to get to a um, a point. It's enjoying the journey, not just the destination. It's like all along the way, you get to have this wonderful experience, instead of rush, 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 rush to try to get to some sort of destination because it means something about us, right? And it's what happens. Like being on YouTube, if I focused on I need to have 100,000 subscribers in order for me to feel like my dream came true, the journey to get there is going to be full of stress and fear and wonderful adventures and learning, but not as much of a joyful experience if I'm like, I'm living my dream every moment. Every card I pull, every message I'm channeling from spirit, every plan that I do, every little creative thing that I do in each moment is I'm living my dream. Now, I will, that when I get to this point, that means I'm living my dream. It's like, no. I think it was Sister Act. I think I mentioned this last night. Sister Act, I think it was Sister Act 2 because, she gave someone a book that was about, it talked about writers write, dancers dance, singers sing, you know, it's when we attach our definition by outcomes, and I'm only a writer if I have a best-selling book, we ruin the journey, right? We make it such a, we take all the wind and the enjoyment out of something, instead of enjoying each step of the process and just being it, enjoying it for what it is, instead of like, it's almost like going on a vacation and you're just taking pictures, 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 pictures. You're not enjoying the vacation. You're taking a bunch of pictures because you're like, when I get home, then I'll look at all the pictures and enjoy the vacation. Then you go back home and you get working and the pictures get deleted, or I'll look at them later, 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 and then they're not. It would be different learning there. So yeah, so that's what's going on. That is what's changing within you, how it's leading you to your dreams becoming a reality. So I like it, Supernova. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that's what they have for you right now. So thank you so much for your additional donation. I appreciate that. Right. And then we are back to the free readings. Magician on. Mm, look at that. Dreams. Dreams. There you go. Supernova. And anyone else who that was resonating with. All right. So September monthly reading, Magician. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. So you do have this clarity, this important clarity that's coming to you in September around your worth and how you feel your abundance is and how you relate your worth to the outside world. The 5 of Swords kind of represents that, this is the battle of your human with your higher self. There's, some whispers of, who you're supposed to be, should be, need to be, who you're not being, what you're not being, who you're not being, what to who, and blah blah blah. A lot of those beautiful whispers we all get in our ear from the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, all that popular opinion that are rooted in fears of rejection, fears of failure, fears of losing conditional love, fears of what people will think, right? All of that battling against this truer picture, these capital T truths of who you really are, what your higher heart wants you to do. So this battle that's been kind of ensuing here, I feel comes to an end. It very much like a victor is declared, which is your higher self, because you're holding the coin of your worth, and you're at the high end of this feeling of abundance, of fullness, of wholeness. So I like this for you. September really feels like a month where you're figuring out who you want to be and the definition of who you are, and you're really just clearing out a lot of the BS of all the who you're supposed to be and all of that stuff. So I like it for you. That's what they have, Magician. So September should be a freeing month, and I feel like at least the last week of the month, you get news or you have abundance coming in because of your change of how you're looking at and perceiving your own life. If you haven't checked out the Take 10 with Zen, I'm really touting this to everyone that I get triggered to mention it, because episodes 4 and 5 are all about fate and how to bring things in sooner and how to focus our energy and to remove these barriers that have been keeping us from having abundance come in. And they mention there's just 10 minutes or less each of the 2 videos. But they talk about some conscious things and some subconscious things, so I like it. Alright, and then that is what they have, so, Starfall, you are up next. Many blessings to you, magician. So, hey, hey, S. So, when you move later on, is it going to be into an apartment in the same city or another city? All right, let's take a look here. So, for your next move here that is on your mind, that is going to be, let's see what they have here, same city or different city. You know, we have the temperance, so it's taking its time to unfold. So, of course, like you said, later on, I feel like things are coming to fruition. The 7 of Swords tells me that you are during this waiting period, you're really finding out your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have stolen opportunities from you before, or where you have felt like things have been stolen from you before or been deceived, um, some thoughts and beliefs. So I feel like um, I with all of this, the boats here in the boat here in the background, it's like they're guiding you to a different city here. Oh yeah, actually those aren't boats. That's actually a city on an island in a different place, and it's lit up here, and I feel like you will know. They're not telling me absolutely if where it's gonna be, but I feel like it is further away because it's like this beacon is gonna draw you to where you go next. It's just like you're gonna know while you're cutting away the fears of, all the fears about moving, right? Or like, "Oh, I don't know if I could move somewhere else. Oh, what if this? What if that? What if this?" If they're like, "You know what? I'm gonna when with whatever I'm drawn to move, I'm gonna move. It's gonna be successful," and you're focusing your energy on positive outcome of the move. I just feel like these fears just subside and it becomes so clear of where you wanna go and where you wanna move next. You're being drawn. It's like you're a boat at sea with a lighthouse and it's drawing you to it. You're just gonna be like, "Well, there it is. It's obvious. They're like nothing else is lit up like it, for you. So, I like it. I feel like you almost know where it is already. I think you have, like, a little inkling back here in the back of your head, but, I like it. I like it where you're headed, so but it's the clearing away of the fears and, the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos that, help you see that. So that is like taking off the blinders because if we have it has to be this way, we miss out on the big brightness over here. So that's what's coming in for you, Starfall. So many blessings to you. All right. And Magana, you are up next. I am well. I hope you are well. You want to know who is coming towards you in love this year. All right. Let's see. What does Spirit want here to you to know about this individual? I like it because, you have the hanged man, and this is great. This is someone who has been through a transformation. They have realized what they need to let go in their life and what they, can bring forward. So there's this, awareness there. Um, there's this wisdom that comes with them here. So there is someone, they're very wise. They've gone through a lot in their life that they transformed a lot. So they're like a butterfly. They're not like a caterpillar still. They're like in their cocoon, coming out of their cocoon already, like this is like a cocoon upside down. And we've got the Prince of Discs. Both of these represent slowness. The Knight of Pentacles and the Hanged Man are like, takes time, it takes time, it takes time for them to come in here because they are in this process of transformation. And when that happens for us, it also means that, the slowdown happens for us so that we can also transform. Because you've got the Queen of Swords here. That was the third card that came out. And with this Ace of Swords, and those are all butterflies, by the way, and I know from a distance they look like flies, but I like to show that those are butterflies. So all that transformation, butterfly is coming in here. This Ace of Swords allows her to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, while at the same time it's double-edged. It allows her to cut away at the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that no longer serve. These are rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of losing conditional love. And the wonderful release that comes with it all is that you're cutting away expectations around relationship, around love, like, well, this is who they're supposed to be and how they should be and need to be and have to be, and this is how the relationship has to be and should be and need to be and have to be. This is who I'm supposed to, and there's so many rules around relationship. It just smothers it. It's like if you have a candle, if you have like a candle and there's a flame in there, you do this, it puts out the flame because there's so much restriction, it can't burn. And so what's happening is they're going through this transformation, releasing things, and you're letting go of things too, which is raising both of your love vibrations to where you'll, meet each other. Um, it's a fated meeting, and it can come sooner or later depending on your energy. If you haven't checked out my, video series, Take 10 with Zen, both, episodes 4 and 5 talk about, fate and what we can do to help lower walls that are keeping love from coming in and changing where we're focusing our energy that will allow us to move our vibration higher faster, which speeds up the meeting too. So if you want to check those out, those have some great tools in there, and there are two videos that are 10 minutes or less, so quick and easy stuff. All right, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. You're welcome, Starfall. All right. And Alex, you're up next. What are R's feelings for you? Let's take a look here. Well, I got some passion going on here. You got the 5 and the 6 of wands here, which wands is like drive, the passion, the inspiration, that type of energy that comes in here. And with both of these coming in, the passion is progressing. It's like the passion is growing, the attraction is growing from 5 to 6. Stuff that felt where they had some obstacles is moving into a smoother, flow, because 6 of wands is like 3 on each side, which allows this beautiful kind of pipeline in the middle of passion and attraction. So when we're talking about feelings, it's more physical attraction, energetic attraction, not like, "I love you." It's more like, "I like you," which is good. We do like, we want both, right? Our humans want everything. We want them thinking about us, we want them feeling, we want them attracted to us, and we want them doing stuff for us and to us in the physical world. We want it all. What's growing right now that spirit wants you to aware of is this, um, you know, that kind of energy. So that's what's going on right now. So many blessings for you, Alex. That's what they have, moment by moment, right? um, hopefully the other will come, whatever else you're wanting from it. So, all right. So many, many blessings to you. And Daisy, you're up next, and immediately jumped to you're bringing donuts. Yay! I love donuts. Obviously, trying to not eat as many. So thank you for bringing virtual donuts because they're calorie free. And hello, hello, by the way. So you want to know what will happen when you bring coworkers? Oh, and oh, you're bringing it to them, not to me. How rude! I'm just kidding. Uh, Oh, that's nice. So what will happen? They will eat the donuts, and there will be joy, and there will be abundance. All right, let's take a look here. So we've got the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like the 7 of Pentacles, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. The 6 of Cups, very nostalgic. It's funny. It's like, um, you know, I don't feel like you're gonna get, like, maybe one person or a couple people will say, "Thank you so much," but the energy I feel here is, like, they'll tell you later, but they kinda go into kid mode with the 6 of Cups, where, like, when you give kids candy and they're just like, "Rah," and they just go and they're, "Wah, rah, 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 rah," and parents have to go, "Well, tell them thank you." It's like that type of energy where like your boss maybe is in meetings, they don't recognize it until later, that what you've done because they're busy, busy, busy. Your coworkers are just like, "Oh, look, donuts," and maybe you're like, "Oh, thanks." Like very little recognition for doing it in the beginning, like little kids. And then your boss comes out from the meetings or whatever and goes, "Oh, donuts, who brought the donuts?" And they're like, "Oh, Daisy did." Like, "Daisy, thank you so much. These are awesome." And oh yeah. Everyone starts going, "Oh yeah, yeah, thanks, Daisy. We appreciate it." It's that kind of thing. So don't expect a whole lot of recognition right away from it, but it is secretly more appreciated. But a lot of things, I feel like a lot of coworkers do take things for granted too. Like, "I deserve this. Thank you," kind of energy. So I know you wanna do something special for 'em, and so that's let it be. Let it be your appreciation, not expecting appreciation from them, and you're gonna enjoy it. If you expect appreciation back, you're gonna be like, "They're never getting donuts again." Alright, but that's what's coming in, Daisy, so many blessings to you. Alright. So, Michelle Ball, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Sukanya. And current thoughts of Sharuk. Let's take a look here and see what's going on with them. What are their current energies here? Current thoughts for you, or just current thoughts of, but we'll see what they are about you too. All right. Yeah, well, they are in their heads here for sure. Because we've got the Knight of Pentacles here, the slowest moving knight out of 'em all, and you're like, "No kidding." But they're doing a lot of inner work here. Here's the Strength card is their human, interacting with their higher selves, and they're taking their time on moving forward on things because they've had a lot of deceit in their past, liars, people going behind their back, people not living up to their word. Usually, this is about their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, but this is like they're afraid of this happening again and again, and that's what is the root of why they're moving so slow here. And we've got this energy coming in here too with the King of Swords. The king co-rules over the swords with the queen, but all the kings are given second portion of air, which makes them the master of thinking and seeing things differently. And so they are in this thinking mode here, trying to understand, see things from different perspectives, trying to clear away fears. And they've got the moon here too, which is also about the hidden, the unseen. This is their fears that they're trying to overcome. So much unknown. These two cards together are all about unknown deceit, people, especially the combination that it's like they've learned you can't trust people. And so they're trying to overcome that because they hate feeling that way, but they just feel like people can't be trusted. People can't be trusted. Either they witnessed or knew that, like, their parents, someone was cheating on them, someone wasn't being true, siblings were lying all the time, getting them in trouble. There's all this stuff that's coming in where they just had it over and over and over proven to them, to their human mind, that people can't be trusted. And they are trying to overcome that. And but this is why things move slow, because something they did learn is just give people time and they will hang in themselves. Give people time, they will show you who they really are. And I feel like this is what their thoughts are. And they're just kind of like, they just want to see who everyone is. It's almost like they're sitting back, looking at things from a perspective with that King of Swords, analyzing, analyzing, analyzing words, actions. Are they matching up? What's going on? So that's the energy that's going on with them right now, Sukanya. So hopefully that makes sense if you're like, oh, yeah, I get it. But the thing about them is when they trust you, it means it's like you've gone, it's almost like you have super high clearance at a government. They did such a deep background check, uh, evaluating, analyzing that if you get it, it's like a badge of honor. So, that's what's going on there right now, Sukanya. So hopefully that helps with your waiting period here. So many blessings, and thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, Michelle Ball, we are back to you for your free reading. And what is Gaz's feelings towards you? Let's take a look here and see what's going on here. Oh, oh. Actually, I'm going to switch up decks here. We're going to switch to the Tarot of Dreams. So let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, okay. So we got a little, this is their feelings towards you. They do have this drawing together of this. It's an important relationship, but they also have these fears here. These are expectations equal disappointment, heartbreak. So they have these feelings, but I feel like they're still getting over and trying to balance here with this Libra energy, the old heartbreak or heartbreaks that have happened to them in the past. So they definitely have this emotion, they have this desire, they definitely see your relationship as an important one, like something that they do want to head toward, but they're hesitant because of the pain in their heart is like, no, 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 no. It's almost like a little child who got burned and they are, afraid to get near fire again. And it's like they know they need to overcome it. They don't want to be scared of fire the rest of their life because they're drawn to you, but they'll take 3 steps toward and 2 steps back. So if you feel like they're a rubber band, they're not going like all the way back or 3 steps forward, 4 steps back. They are making progress. It just feels very slow, and they're getting braver and braver and braver. They're letting stuff go, letting stuff go, letting stuff go. But that's what's coming in there. So hopefully that makes sense for you there, Michelle, and that resonates. And that's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right. And then LA, you'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation, maybe another one coming in there. Hey, love 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Anita Abdul, thank you so much for your donation. And so, what is the person heavy on your mind's current feelings and intentions towards you? All right, let's take a look here. You're very welcome, Michelle. You're like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. All right, let's take a look here, Anita. So, this person that's on your mind, what does Spirit want you to know here about their intentions, their feelings and intentions? All right. Well, are they possibly an air sign? I don't know. They got a lot of their in their mind a lot. They're heavy on your mind, but you are on their mind too, which is great. The Queen of Swords is balancing of heart and mind. So you're on their heart, but there's also a lot on their mind around it here, which is reinforced here with the High Priestess and the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords represents conflict in their mind here, going back and forth between their mind and their heart. It's kind of like the battle that's going on here. The Queen of Swords versus the High Priestess, who she dives deep into the emotions, connects to the higher realms, goes behind the scenes. So they very much have this emotion battling with the mind, the intentions battling with the feelings. And it's like, okay, well, but what, but, and it's going back and forth. So they have emotions, they have feelings for you, but they also have um, the battle of the mind. And I mean, you can't make it up because here's the Two of Swords. This would be the battle of the heart and mind, and spirit telling them, close your eyes and open your heart. This person that's on your mind. They're like, stop thinking so much and let your heart have a say so. It's like their mind keeps on interrupting their heart. The heart goes, but I really let like the heart goes, but I want to blah, 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 blah. The mind keeps interrupting, and it's like, shut up, turn off the mind and allow your heart to have a say so. But that's what's going on within there. I do see here, some of the feelings they have. We got the Six of Wands, so this passion that you feel for them is the passion that they feel for you. So there is this passion, this attraction that's there. Just know it's mutual. Um, and the Four of Coins, the Four of Pentacles, you have this energy about you that feels like home to them, and that is a compliment in this case. Even if they had a horrible home life, this is like what makes their inner child feel safe. You just have this energy around you of this, I don't know, not mother, God, no, but nurturing, comforting, safe. Um, you just have this huge heart that just shows, it just pulsates this love energy where they're like, huh. And they like that. And they might even spill stuff to you and go, I never told anyone that before. It's that kind of energy that's there. And just taking time to get there. Just know that eventually their brain um, will allow the heart to speak, because the heart in the end always wins. It always gets to say so, because it doesn't um, it's stronger. The heart ultimately is stronger than the mind, because we are emotional beings who think, not thinking beings who have emotion. So ultimately, because our emotions, if you ever study the brain, we have emotional centers are what create first, and then the uh, mental creates. So ultimately, our our heart has tenure and also authority, I guess you could say it. It's the elder, so it has the respect. Eventually the little mind goes, okay, what did you want to say? I love this person, we're gonna do this. No, okay, so I like it for you, Anita. It feels very positive. Just hang in there. Patience, patience. Oh, I'm so glad it resonated. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And love 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you for your donation. And then Nova, you will be up next for your additional one there. All right. So love 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much for your donation. And let's take a look here at your questions, though. All right, very good. Let's take a look here and see what they want you to know around the presentation. Number 2. Okay, and then number 3. So there can be cake. And then number 4. All right. All right, let's take a look here. So for number 1, yeah, there'll be balanced, of course, reflections on the presentation, um, some people will, some people won't, everyone has their own opinions, but ultimately, your human side feels like it was fortunate. The overall response, your human is like, all right, yeah, people liked it. It was very positive here with the Wheel of Fortune. So, Jupiter, wonderful, abundant type of energy and feeling. So, definitely, and like, yeah, and both you have Jupiter twice. Boom, 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 boom. So they're the blessings, um, the giver of things. So very positive on there for number one, for sure. And then number two, see, oh, um, I don't know here because you've got the king of communication here, the master of communication. You got the 10 of cups and the page of wands. Um, yeah, which I'm like, the king, it almost feels like, um, yeah, um, yeah, I was thinking independent contractor would be it then because I felt like you're your own boss, like you're actually leading it. But that would make sense if, rather than working for someone else, you're the one leading it. And the page of wands is, passion and feeling overflowing and feeling wholeness and completeness. So whatever lights a fire under you and makes you feel this way, that's the one that's there. If you're like, you know what, I'd rather be an independent contractor than an employee, then there you go. If you'd rather be an employee, I almost feel like you're put in a position of being in charge of things, of some things, instead of being, um, the grunt worker here. Because I feel like you're in a place of like they recognize your ability to communicate, and there's like a position that makes you feel so full and overflowing, and a lot of new passion that comes in here too. So whatever this energy is, it just feels very, very bright and wonderful here. I just feel like it's, um, you feel like you're in charge. Well, I know when do you not, but but a bunk, just jokes, mainly. But we've got but I like that. I feel like if it's not as an independent contractor, I feel like it's as an employee, but not like as the entry level. I feel like it's maybe in a supervisory position because I do feel it elevated with that. So that's what's coming in with that one. And number three, um, close. You've got the 5 of cups, like, and the 7 of cups. There's a lot of partying here. Like, I most feel like this is you. Don't drink too much. Save your brain cells. The Ace of Swords here is about, um, seeing things from a higher perspective, understanding, things from, cutting away some fears here. So I feel like you're almost you get to the point and you're just like, "What's the importance of the goal? Enjoy your birthday." But, you know, I feel like they're saying, "Just see it, from a different perspective." Um, I almost feel like, like the message of, "Don't measure by pounds, measure by inches." That's like because sometimes you will build muscle that replaces, our cellulite, and there will be a lot of partying. So I'm like, um, change your perspective is kind of what spirit is saying with all of that there. So I like it. Yeah, I'm close, I'm fine. If you're close, you're fine. But, again, it's like letting go of the number and just how you feel and how you fit in your clothes and how you the inches and the where things have moved from, rather than, you know, pounds, type of thing. So I like it. All right. And then number 4, let's take a look here. Yeah, I mean, we've got all of the stuff that they're going through here, which I like, ultimately we'll start with the positive things, which are, looking at their worth and relationship to you in a different way, a happier way, an abundant way. So new opportunity abundant coming in here. This is the next step. And they've got the Page of Swords, which is um, again, new thinking, new ways of thinking here, because they're letting go here. We like the 10, right? This is endings and new beginnings. This is them letting go of all the fears and the expectations and the blah 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 stuff, right? And then the 8 of Cups, they're leaving behind emotions, stuff that don't longer serve. So they're doing the purging, and that will allow the movement forward. This is where you guys head here off to the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So that is like the next steps. Literally step by step, they're headed towards that. Just they're not running and sprinting. Just they want to take their time so they don't fall off. So I like it. They must have had a lot of expectations, a lot of, you know, supposed tos and need tos and have tos um, from the past. A lot of heartache, a lot of just leftover stuff. Like they're just chunking a lot of emotions and people that no longer serve, and a lot of thoughts and beliefs and all this stuff. And I feel like they're just changing a lot of 'cause they don't wanna do what they've always did and get what they've always gotten, so they're changing stuff, which is good. That's a good sign. If they were rushing into something, you're like, "Oh, here you go, you're just gonna be another notch on the belt," another another one in the box of, old toys that they don't play with anymore. It's like, "No, you wanna be something else," so I like it. So that is what is coming in for you, love 1234. So again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Need D, I don't think I've done yours yet. It doesn't sound familiar yet. Here, let me see where you're at here. Um, oh no, yeah, no, yours was just a few minutes ago, so no, have not gotten that far yet. I've had a few donations and I have a couple more. So we will be with you hopefully shortly here. All right. So, Nova, thank you for your additional donation here. He said, when you suddenly create and play a song on your guitar that suddenly comes into existence with within you playing, is that you channeling a song from your high realm self? Oh, wow. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Let's take a look here from Spirit. I feel like it is. I mean, that's because they're reminding me. I have a novel that I wrote called it's Journey to the High Temple, I think is what it is. But it unfolded like a movie in my head. I just saw it, the like, okay, how does it start? I just sat down and um and it's like kind of like you're saying with your guitar. I saw this picture of this cat dog creature on this limb, and then I saw this monastery, futuristic looking. I saw 3 moons in the sky, and I'm like, oh, this is not Earth. And I just started typing with the story, and I was like witnessing the story as I was typing it. And that's like what channeling is. And the story that unfolded, I'd be like, what is that dark, shadowy figure? Because they said, and there's a dark, shadowy figure. I guess you'll say what that is in the future. And sure enough, it was almost like I was watching it as I was typing it, and I feel like that's what's going on there with you. Let's take a look at the cards that they showed me here. So, yeah. Yeah, you've got here's the inspiration that's coming here. There's like, here comes inspiration. It's being brought to you here. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles too, which is you in spirit independently bringing things into the physical world. So I do feel like that is what's happening here with those. You have the Page of Cups too, which is, I feel like this is a muse. They are your muse. They're bringing you this love from above, is what ignites it here, and then they bring it into your brain. The King of Swords, the master of communication that comes in here. So they bring this through communication through here. So all this energy does show here that, yeah, when you just bring the song out of nowhere, it is from the creative hive mind. It's like we're like the Borg, if you're a sci-fi Star Trek fan, but we all have connection to the creative mind, and so inspiration and creativity flow through, and we become channels. We become like I often say that I'm a speaker on a radio. People tune in. I tune in to the channel, and whatever's playing is what comes through, and that's what I do. And I feel like that's what you do, is you bring in this energy. So I like that, Nova. So yeah, definitely record it. Get it down for sure. Wow. Yeah, and your ears ringing too. Wow. Yeah, yeah. So definitely I would say if you have, like, a recording device of some kind. Ah, there you go. I say if you have a recording device of some kind, always turn it on before you start playing. And then you put, "Oh, I hit record right before I started playing." And so they're like, that's exactly what they want you to continue to do. I love it. So, wow, I'm excited. Yeah, and that could be something if you, and I'm so apologize if I haven't checked out your YouTube channel. I don't know if you put out your songs out there, the copyright them, of course. However you do that with music, I don't not sure. But yeah, and then the 3 of Cups, which is your spiritual entourage and spirit saying, "Yep, it's from us. It's from us." So it is that connection. So I love it, Supernova. I can't wait. I can't wait for your journey. Well, I can wait because I want you to enjoy your dream. But oh, only through TikTok. I have TikTok on my list of. I think I have a ID, but I don't think I've done anything there, and I haven't watched it a whole lot. So, but yeah, is it under your same name? Just for everyone else that may be watching too. Share it in the chat here because you know we all love to support our soul family here. So if you feel comfortable, you can put it here. If not, no pressure either. I do not, there will be no disappointment. I will not. I have no expectations, no judgments. I like it. All right, and that's what they have for you, Supernova. So thank you again for your donation and for sharing that. That's amazing. I'm uh, I'm glad it happens with music and other things too. I know, like my best friend, my host, she meditates through painting, and there will be things that show up in the painting. She just um, doesn't do like drawing stuff. She just puts um, different colors and stuff, and you'll just see figures and stuff in it. It's really amazing. I love how spirit communicates to all of us. So Many blessings to you, and thank you again. All right, LA. Well, I think that was it. Let me just make sure here. I think those were my donations here. Hey, Violetta and Tarot. Sure. Absolutely. Anyone new coming in. Um, Feel free to put your question in the main chat. That's how it works. If you want yours prioritized, a donation of any kind will bring it to the top to be next. Otherwise, I do go down in order. I'm usually on for a couple hours, so got about 30 more minutes left for the free readings. All right, so LA. So you deleted your app. All right. Grandfather got to you, huh? And then will Brett still reach out? And I think he did a follow-up. So what does he think now that you actually deleted the app? Is he going to reach out to you through your phone number? All right, let's take a look here. All right, so let's see. All right, yeah. All right. Yeah, we do see here 3 of Wands, reach this is a different route with the communication, so I do feel they will reach out with a different form of communication than you were, so that would be through your phone number. So that's a positive there. And what do they think? Um, I like it because 'cause they've got the Chariot, which is joy, celebration, movement, victory, their power of choice, and the 7 of Swords, I feel this is them going, "Okay, is this person real or not? Why did they disappear?" I feel like there's these fears of deceit, of being lied to, of someone, like you had mentioned, I think, "Am I being catfished? What's happening? Is this really real? What's going on?" So I like this here, we've got this, information here, um, for like this is what they're moving beyond. This is what they're like thinking, but they still move anyway because they're like, well, there's only one way to find out is just to reach out, and there is movement and victory with the Chariot card. So I feel like that's good. I like it. Positive things coming there. All right. So that is what they have for you, LA. So many blessings to you. Yeah, I can imagine Supernova. All right. So up next, we've got Shravani Nagosi. You want to know what good thing is going to happen in your life? Let's take a look here and see. What do they want you to know here? Wow. All right. Well, you do have here kind of two messages within the message here. The big one that, of course, I love is you're going to be hearing from spirit a whole lot. You got the Queen of Cups, who is like the high priestess. She rolls over the water and cups with the king, but all the queens are given a second portion of water, which makes her super intuitive, super connected, like the high priestess. And the Eight of Wands represents a lot of spiritual energy, which this is a lot of messages coming in from the spirit world into your outside world. So you're going to get messages that you see, like, it could be bumper stickers and license plates and overhearing people's conversations. It's like you're going to get signs in the outside world. Then you're going to also get stuff dropped into your brain out of nowhere. Like they'll touch a memory or a message will just pop in. You'll be like, what? Like you'll have an idea or a memory, um, and emotional. You just get this like emotional flow, and you're like, "What's that?" Oh, that's from spirit. So I like that. You definitely have this period of time coming up here, just very clear communication with and from spirit. And then it also, all of that is allowing you to dive deep into your emotions, which does bring in some connection, some sort of connection very quickly in the outside world too. Can be passionate, um, but it's emotional and passionate. So it is a love. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it is this feeling of like, wow, it's either best friend or meeting up with someone you haven't seen in a long time or a family member reunion. But it's this wonderful feeling. So trust your gut and your instinct and the messages that you get from spirit because it'll help guide you in those directions too. So I like it, Shravani. Many, many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. Let me just take a look here. I think we are to Dijona for the free readings. Yes. Let me just make sure here. Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure that we didn't have a donation come in. It was just one of those ads, all those ads we get. All right, so Dijona, you want to know what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right, let us see. All right, woo, woo, woo. You got beautiful bright energy coming in here. You've got the Page of Cups, which is new love, new heart coming in here. Leo energy, fire energy, brightness, victory. So it's a very positive, emotional time that's unfolding here for you. We've got the Sun card, which is Leo energy. Like I said, it's inner child. So there is this setting free in this connection here. Page of Cups offers you the chalice, which allows you to connect with the higher love from above, and it fills up and overflows in. And I feel like it just brings in this brightness, like this warmth into your heart chakra area. It just feels like you are expanding and expanding and expanding. I feel like whatever this love has been seeping into your subconscious, seeping in and around your inner child, they are loving it because they're feeling supported. I feel like there's a lot of intentional inner work you've been doing, but I feel like there's been some automatic things that just been clicking in your subconscious too, that have just been naturally. It's like when you deal with one domino and it falls over and it deals with a whole bunch of dominoes on its own. I feel like that's what's been going on inside you. So there's this freedom that's coming, this healing. Healing, we're never really broken or anything. This transformation, I feel, is what is happening with some emotions that have been going on inside you. So I like that if you've been feeling like this inner warmth in your heart chakra center, just glowing, glowing, glowing. If you're seeing green, that's your heart chakra, or pink, your higher heart chakra as well. So that's what's coming in, Dijona. I just feel like they want you to be aware of that. So there you go. That's what they have. Many blessings. Right. Monica, you are up next. You'd like a general read. Let's take a look here. All right. Look at you. You've got some new birth coming in here with the Empress. Um, New beginnings, new starts, sensuality here too with both the Queen of Wands and the Empress. There's a lot of this passionate energy that comes through both of them. The Queen of Wands, of course, rules over Wands, passion, drive, spiritual energy too. And the Queen of Wands, all of them are given a second portion of water, which she has emotion too. There's this emotional balance, this connection to spirit that comes in as well. So you're able to move forward. I feel like there's this passion, there's this movement, there's this nudging toward new beginnings, which opens you up to new experiences. And if you've been looking for love, it very much is this energy of that is able to be born through all this. But it feels like it starts with the Empress of Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and stepping into your own power, which is what allows you to move forward. So that is what they have for you, Monica, right now. So many blessings to you. Oh, thank you, Nova. I just saw your comment there. Thank you for that. All right. And then Caleb, Brock, you are the next free reading coming up here. And so, general love reading. Let's take a look here. Okay. All right. Well, it's how it goes, Kayla. You're like, I know, I'm in it. You got the Seven of Pentacles. This is one of the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And that's okay. We know that when things are slowed down in our life, they're slowed down on purpose for us. And the reason why it's slowed down here is because we've got the Justice card, Five of Swords. Both of these are kind of the same thing. If you think of that Ace of Swords as this Ace of Swords and then two swords on either side, this is all about the clarification of your mind, of your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, connecting to the higher realms rooted in these capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, which gives you the proper perspective, the higher perspective, and allows you to look at the small T truths, all of these popular opinions you've been given all your life around what is a relationship supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, who are they supposed to be, blah, 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 right? We have all these restrictive rules of everything in our lives, but relationships, especially, where we get to have this viewpoint like love has to happen this way. And Spirit says, well, that's on back order for 1,000 years. But if you release some of this, we can we can ship immediately. You have a Prime account; it'll ship immediately, and that's what this thing is releasing and letting a lot of things go allows us to trust the Creator. We have the what, but we trust them to bring the perfect who in the perfect way in the perfect timing. I know the last one's the hard one, right? But it's developing this, cutting these things away. So that's why it's going slow, because if we stay in the same mindset we had at the lower vibrational love, then we're going to keep doing what we've always did and get what we always got. And we're like, no, I'm cutting away things. It's like a hot air balloon with big sandbags on it. You're cutting away beliefs that were holding you down before, allowing your love vibration to go up, where you're not bringing in and attracting in the same old lower vibrational relationships and situations and people. You're going to be bringing in higher vibrational things that are more in alignment with your higher heart. So that's what they have right now for all that. And if you want some additional tools on how you can do that, if you check out my free YouTube's, I have a weekly called Take 10 with Zen, which are videos 10 minutes or less. Um, Episodes 4 and 5 have to do with fate, how you can bring things in sooner and keep things longer if it's something that you want to come in sooner or longer. There's a couple things in there that could help too. So that's what they have for you, Kayla. So many blessings to you. All righty. And Shirley, happy Saturday to you, Shirley. Thank you for bringing the calorie less treats there. So you'll be my next free reading. I do have a couple donations that came in. You are very welcome, Kayla. Many blessings to you too. All right. So love 1 2 3 4. I see your additional one came in. And then I do have a Cash App that just came in as well. And I'm not sure if your name is the same on the it came through Cash App. So if that was you, I don't think I see the same name. I'll look more deeply here in a moment. But if it is you, just say, hey, it was me on Cash App, so I know who you were. All right. So love 1 2 3 4. Thank you so much for your additional donation. So number one. Oh, I see. Oh, Delcy. Okay, thank you. That makes sense. Thank you. I love the green. All right. Let's take a look here. I see no love 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the true question, right? Bum, bum, bum. All right. And then number 2. Okay. Oh, let's see what these are here. So for your number 1 question there, I feel like this is a yes. You got the Palace of Cups, which is this place of feeling, uh, building a place of self-love where you feel and, well, I feel like you're gonna be close enough because the 6 of Swords is moving away from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, like they mentioned about the other question. Um, there is movement here, but there's this focus on building a safe place for you to express your emotions. And I feel like they're saying, this is what's important. Kind of leave behind, they keep pointing you back to your self-love, this beautiful place. The palaces are unique to this deck. It's like way below the surface, this beautiful, safe space to express your love and who you are, and to focus in on self-love, and change your perceptions and your fears, let go of old fears, move into new ways of thinking here too. But I feel like they're saying you're close enough, let it go, focus on your self-love. I like it. And then number 2, wow, you got 2 palaces. And you got the 2 High Priestess and Palace of Coins, abundance, overflowing. Always reminds me of the Emerald City from The Wizard of Oz, but you always have everything you need within you. But I feel like this would be a yes to your number 2 because we actually got a 2 and the abundance overflowing here. Just trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust you know, your gut with the High Priestess. She knows which one to accept or which ones not to. But you feel you have abundance that comes in here. So you definitely have this you know, abundance and this fullness that comes in. So I like it. I like it. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And there shall be cake and drinking and a lot of dancing. All right. So that is what they have. Again, thank you so much for your donation there. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And Delcy, thank you for your donation. And you are very welcome. So let's take a look here. Okay, so which business to pursue? All right. So what I'll do here, because of course with spirit, there's no right or wrong. There's just different experiences. So we'll just ask which is what you're wanting to know. Which one's for your highest experience? And I'm going to pull cards for each of the 4 different areas, and we're going to see what energy comes with them. And then you can decide if there's a couple of them you want to do together, or if there's just one, or if you're like, no, I don't want any of these. So let's take a look here. So we'll pull cards for 4. So for the first one, option 1, anything else for option 1? Okay, anything else? Okay. And then option 2. Okay. And then option 3. Okay. And then option 4. Okay, is there another one? Okay. You actually got 3 cards for each. Funny story on the third one. Um, I had when I worked retail like decades ago, one of our new store managers actually used to work in the funeral business, and We told him he should go back to dealing with, dead people because he didn't know how to deal with the living. He was like, no emotion, made decisions strictly from their mind. But let's take a look here. So, for the first one, for your first option here, um, I feel like with the first one here, you've got the death and the rebirth card here, which is it would take a lot of I know we got the 2 of cups. It would take a partnership and there'd be a lot of choices. I just feel like there's with this one, I was almost thinking, is this the regrowth, of like hair growth, right? But I feel like the two here, it just feels like there's too much going back and forth. There's too much, there's a lot of uncertainties that come in with this one. There's just so many different ways that it could go. And I feel like in the end, it's like continually restarting, rechanging. I just feel like there's a lot of, that industry is, like, constantly in flux, is kind of the energy I'm putting up with there. It's constantly out of balance, type of thing. So that's what I feel with the hair growth. Financial, it's funny. What's funny is that you got the 5 of coins, which is the feeling of lack, the feeling of, not, being left behind, being left out in the cold, but it's the energy of lack that comes in there. And we have the Palace of Wands and the Hangman. The Hangman is like this would be you really need to see things from a different perspective and hold off on that for a while. The Palace of Wands says there's a lot of passion behind that. It's a place where you could um, it's like safety needs to come in here with how expressing your passion and your energy here. I feel like here too, they're saying like there's just so much with financial that's in flux here too, that this is like hold off on this one. It doesn't say not to do this one. This one says wait, you're gonna need to see things from a different perspective. Because I feel like right now there's some lot of stuff going on with that too. The first one kinda feels like the second one, feels like more like, "Wait on that one." That could be something for the future, but for now, hold off on that one. And then the funeral one, I thought think the death card would have appeared for this one, but no, it didn't. Um, with this one, we've got the 10 of swords, which is there's a lot of expectations around here. We've got the 2 of swords, which is close your eyes, open your heart. And you have the chariot, which is forward movement and victory. So this one of it can be here with the funeral business here, but it does require letting go of a lot of stuff in the mind and allowing the heart to have a say so in moving forward with this. The Ten of Swords is just trying to make sure everyone is happy, as supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts and da 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 da. If you can shut down the mind a little bit and make allow the choices to be made here from both the heart and mind, they're showing victory and forward movement with that one, so that's funny. Which I know you have a compassionate heart, which is so important, of course, when dealing with people who have had loss, because 'cause they're kind of freaking out, about their mortality and, different things, so that is coming in there, and then the last one is health, and, yeah, I like this one, for you as well. I feel like this is probably the one that stands out the most because 'cause you've got the 4 of coins, which is stable outside world. You've got the King of Cups balancing heart and mind, and you have the Page of Swords too, which is, new ways of thinking, movement. So there's a lot of, positive cards that come in here. You would learn a lot, learn things from a different perspective, but there is a very solid foundation in the outside world with this. And the King of Cups, again, balancing heart and mind because the kings roll over cups in their mind here. But whatever energy you feel from the cards is, important because you are going to be drawn to the ones that are from your heart. It's almost like um, when if you have a choice between two things and you know which one you really want, but you flip a coin and it ends up like heads is what I want, what I really want, but tails is this option that seems like what everyone else would want me to do. And you do it and you get tails, you're like, well, let me do best two out of three because you really know what you want. And so you'll keep doing it till you eventually win or go like, oh, this coin sucks. So trust the energy that you felt with each one and what you truly want to do. And I feel like asking really because your intuition will kick in with the information you received with each. You're just like, yeah, I didn't want to do that one anyway. That one I had concerns with. This is what I really wanted, so this is the one I want to do. Follow your heart with it too. I feel like that's an important message for you there. Balancing the heart and the mind with those. So that's what they have for you, Delzy. So thank you again so much for your donation, and I'm excited for what you head down. Or you could be like, I don't feel anything for any of these. But that is what they have. So many, many blessings to you. All right, Luna Bray. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know, where is your person in your coming together? Like, where are they? Let's see where they are at. What else? Okay, anything else? All right. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. All right. They're currently under construction. So we've got the double endings and double new beginnings of the judgment. They're being called up here with their higher self. In the 5 of coins, this is they're working through their feelings of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold, and their feelings of lack. So that's good. We want them to deal with that before they come your way, right? So I like that. I like that they're under construction. They're not just what is it? They're not a condemned building. They're under reconstruction, which is great. You don't want to fix her up or like, here's the condemned building. Now you can go try to fix it up because you know how that works. It's under construction. Like, great. It's going to be grand opening soon, though. I like it because there is the movement that's coming in here with the 8 of cups. They're leaving behind relationships and emotions that are no longer serving them. Part of the reconstruction, and they're headed off here, of course, and where they're headed to is the 9 of cups. So emotional wish fulfillment, dreams come true. So they're transforming into someone that you know, is compatible, is has these energies that will draw you guys together. And I like the 4 of coins coming in because they're also developing a stable, self-worth and relationship to the outside world and creating a solid foundation in the world itself. This feels like home. And I feel like they're, in addition to building like they're under construction, I feel like they're building a home too. Either that's what they do, like they're building it themselves, or it's being built. But I feel like their actual physical home is a reflection of what's going on with them, and they're both under construction. So I like it. We do see energy coming here very, very soon. So I feel like I said, it's coming soon to a town near you. You've got the Ace of Swords, which is new communication that's coming up. You got the Magician, so all this newness with the Eight of Wands, which is fast, fast moving energy. So I like all the fire here. I feel like they've got like a mind, so they're intelligent. And maybe I don't know if they're an air sign, but you've got the magician and the eight of wands, which for me represents a lot of fire coming in here, a lot of energy and stepping forward. So they are someone that does move quickly when they see something that they like. So that's what I like here is that they're once the construction's complete, then they're moving for the grand opening. They're not gonna wait. They're gonna want to, move forward here. So I like all this for you there, Luna. It feels very positive. We do not want someone who is feeling abandoned and left behind. We want them to have overcome those things, right? So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right, everybody. So I'm a little past 2 hours. Let me see. I think we're kind of close to the end here. I've got like a handful of free readings left. So let's see how many we can get through here. Shirley Maydor. Happy Saturday. So you want to ask, what is the person who's heavily on your mind's current feelings, thoughts, and intentions towards you? Heavy on the mind, heavy on the mind. Let's see what we got here. Oops, gotta cover that up. Some of these cards are not set for public view on YouTube. So you've got the Temperance card, which is taking their good old time, but you have the Emperor card too, which is Aries energy, new beginnings, um, which does feel like eventually they'll take new actions, but they got the Temperance card, which means things are still kind of on hold and going forward. But they will make movement here probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks. I just feel like they've got a lot of advisors telling them what they should and shouldn't do and supposed to do and need to do and have to do and must do and blah blah blah, that eventually they're just like, all right, everybody, I'm going to put this all on hold and I'm going to be the one that makes decisions. And then they will have movement where they take action. Um, but it's very emperor like, which is like, this is what I want. And I almost feel like they do a little bit, you know, um, I don't know. It's like they almost have to they feel like they're overcompensating for having not made decisions for themselves before. Now they're like, "This is what I want, blah, blah, blah." It's almost like, "Okay, dictator, not emperor, dictator." So just allow them some space because I feel like it's new for them, like choosing themselves. And so when they do that, sometimes we all can go overboard with it. So that's what's coming in for you, Shirley. Shirley, so many blessings to you. All right, and we completed that one. All right, and then I think we're to Beautiful. Hello, hello, and thank you for being a new subscriber. And thank you guys to all of you that have given a thumbs up on the video too. It really helps spread the Zen love, and I get so into the readings I forget. But when someone mentions new subscriber, I'm like, oh, that's right. I do want to thank you guys so much. It seems like a small thing, but you can do it for free. And it does help YouTube want to share the videos of my channel with others too. All right, so beautiful. You want to know, is Adley seeing someone else? Let's take a look here, see what is coming in here. You know, I feel like they've got so much emotion that's going around them that they feel emotionally confused. I feel like they're drawn to a lot of people, but with this faith card, the Hierophant, I feel like they're drawn inward too on this, trying to understand what they want in life, who they want, who they are, what do they want to express with their life, what do they all want to come through here, because there's just so much emotional confusion. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like they're seeing someone actively. I just feel like there's a lot of attraction, though, a lot of emotion that they have, and they're trying to clarify their confusion about what do I want in life? Who do I want? Because they have so many different things, so many different attractions that they have, but I don't feel like they've, um, taken any action that I feel like they're really in trying to figure out what they want in life, but I don't feel like, they've taken action on any of it. I just feel like they're trying to take inner action to get things figured out in their head. So, hopefully that helps, beautiful. So many blessings to you. Welcome again to the soul family. Hopefully we'll see you around some more. All right. And then Needy Sarvaya, hello, hello. You are up next here. I am doing well. I hope you're well. Anyone, just any messages from the divine? What do they want you to know right now? All right. I like this energy. There's this powerful energy coming in about, wherever you focus your energy is what grows and expands. And you definitely have the ability to bring in this safe space here. The Palace of Coins, unique to this deck, represents like this place of abundance, this place of fullness in your life, and you can bring it. And I feel like it's headed towards you, but the extent of how big is it just going to be? A one room, or is it going to be three rooms, or is it going to be a palace? This is like what it is up here for you in your life here. It's like, what do you want? Um, the Two of Wands is wherever you focus your energy is going to control how big this is. Where is your focus here? If you haven't listened to my Take 10 with Zen, which is a weekly series I put out that's 10 minutes or less, episodes 4 and 5 talk about, I think it's four that talks about the energy. Five does talk about barriers that we have that can keep abundance from coming to us. But if you listen to 4 and 5, that will really help with that too. So um, that is what they have for you, Needy. So many blessings to you. All right. And we did those. So I'm scrolling down the list here. Okay, we did that. We did those. Just don't want to go too quickly where I bypass anyone here. So thank you guys for your patience. All right, very good, Luna. Glad that resonated. I think we are down to Neha Vlogs. Hello, hello. So you want to know if your husband, Avnish, their current feelings for you. It's a no contact situation. All right, let's take a look here and see. What do we have here? All right. So the current feelings they have, I mean, they still see you here with the Empress as Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, just someone that is very nurturing, and there's that warmth that's there that they see there. But they also, the 10 of Wands, this is like and it may not have anything to do with you. When we look at other people's feelings for us, or feelings in general, this represents a burden. This represents they had felt they had so much on their back, they just couldn't take it anymore, and they had to redo it. And this is where this new birth, this new passion of life kind of is coming in here, where they just felt so much on their back that it just kind of, I don't want to say freaked them out, but they just felt so burdened. And like I said, it doesn't have to have anything to do with you, because before they met you, they had all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, all these expectations and all these pressures, all these fears of failure, fears of not living up to what everyone else wants them to do, fears of what will people think, and again, letting people down. So much on their head before they even met you that, you know, it's just when they I feel like they had to get away because they were just afraid of failing and failing and failing. So I just feel like they are off trying to understand themselves and have a fresh start. The Empress is she comes before the 4 and the 5, which is the Emperor and the Hierophant. She is like this freedom, this individual that's open to to like the forest. She runs naked through the forest, free of all these rules of society and organized religions and spirituality. So that all that coming together shows you where they're at in their life, that they felt so much pressure, they just needed to get away, and try to figure out what it is they truly want, not trying to live up to what everyone else or what they think everyone else wanted them to be and have and do, if that makes sense. So I feel like they still have like this nourishing, they see you as this nurturer, but they also have um, all these dreams, all the stuff that they want, and there's just all this clash. That's why they had to get away. So hopefully that makes sense, Nia, and that is what they have for you right now. So hang in there. All right. And Violetta Tarot, we are to you. So thank you for your question. You want to know, how is your love life looking? All right, let's take a look here. I think I just have a couple more. I think Serenity of the Soul, you're up next. And I think that's it. All right. So let's take a look here. Let me just move this down a little bit. All right. So let's take a look here, Violet, and what does Spirit want you to know around your love life, love life, love life? All right. I see here. So we've got the Strength card here, which is a great card to get here. We've got this is your human self, of course. This is your higher self up here. And so there is this you know the 10 of wands here represents this energy of our human self, and what this does is, of course, before we're aware of our higher self, the lion, or the tiger in this case, comes down to the earth, and it's so hungry and thirsty, and it's told to look outside of itself for its sustenance. And so it's told to eat of love, eat of, situations like job, education, eat of the physical, human body, the possessions, bank account. And it eats and drinks of those things, but it just becomes more hungry and more thirsty, where the burden kicks in here. So much energy invested trying to find sustenance that will fill up the tiger, that will make their belly stop growling. Well, our human self is not aware of our higher self for the earlier part of our life, right? But at some point, um, we start roaring. We're hangry. We're hungry, angry. We're roaring in the jungle, and our higher self goes, "Okay, now's the time for me to make myself known." And then there's this wonderful, they come down to uh, kind of tap on him, going, "Hey, I'm here," and they don't come down to like put the tiger out of its misery or to cage it to protect people from it or try to manipulate it with like a whip and a chair, like you know um, circuses and all those people do, because our higher self knows what we are truly hungering for is the unconditional love of back home, which we cannot find in the outside world. Can only find it inward and upward, inside of us. And it's so perfect that our higher self is a supernatural, eternal, powerful being made of unconditional love. So it hugs us and it gives us what we're looking for. And it transforms everything. It changes this from this burden of 10 of wands to the ace of wands. We have a new single passion. And our higher self comes down, does not fly off like Superman after they rescue us. Then we walk hand in paw together with our human self. Instead of feeling like we're supposed to destroy our ego and our shadow, no, our higher self completes it. They walk together in a different way in life. And what that does for love life, I know, like, where's this got to do with my love life? What happens is, because where love was falling short before in the outside world, because it's like we're looking for a 10-course meal with two desserts, And all that we have in the outside world is a giant dessert bar that offers us third dessert and fourth dessert and fifth dessert. When we look inward and upward, we find this 10-course meal with those two desserts. We feel full and whole. And then we don't stop wanting in the outside world. We just stop needing. It doesn't feel so desperate. Doesn't feel so lacking either. Like desserts are never going to fill me up. I'm looking for a 10-course meal. Desserts come after, right? But we can always make room for more dessert. So we want more dessert. And then so it transforms things. It allows us to see that I don't need love in the outside world, but I want it, and it's above and beyond extra. So when someone brings me seventh dessert, and then they're like, "No, I'm not gonna give it to you." We're not as like, "Oh, no, don't take it away." We're like, "I'm so full, go ahead." We're not as impacted by it. So I feel like this is what the love life is looking like right now, is that you're in this beautiful journey of filling up with the love from above that's transforming your outside world, and you're moving your 10 wands energy where there's all this energy invested in the outside world. Instead, it's being invested inward. You're filling up like a chalice, and then the overflow happens. So I feel like this is the message they have for you right now, Violetin. So hopefully that resonates for you, but that's what they have. All right, Serenity of the Soul, you are up next here. And you'd like a vibe check. All right, for tonight. Let's see what they want you to know about tonight. All right. There's going to be some lightning and some thunder. So the vibes for tonight are trust that whatever is moved out of your life is moved out of your life on purpose for a purpose, and space is made. The pathway is cleared to bring you to victory, to bring you to this wholeness and this fullness. One of the most victorious cards in the entire deck. Two major arcana. So whatever happens tonight, that's huge. It's impactful. But whatever is just realize whatever unfolds is for you. It's not happening to you. While the tower's burning down, it may not feel like it's for you, but you can trust that because you have the Sun card, one of the most victorious, bright cards here. And you have all this bright light. You have the sun that shines light during the day. You have lightning that lights up the dark night skies during a storm as well. So follow the light, allow this brightness to guide you here. So hopefully that helps, Serenity of the Soul, and many blessings to you. All right, and then my final reading for today is going to be Luz Rosado. So we will complete yours next, but for everyone else, just to make sure you're aware, of course, we did have the announcement around memberships. So if you're interested in getting into a drawing, whether you become a member or not, if you watch this video, it does tell you about what I'm offering with memberships, but also talks about a drawing that you can get into for the month. And then also every Monday, I do have a regular drawing as well. This video tells you about that one. So two separate things going on. And then, of course, I also have a super summer sale going on, Zen's Crazy Super Summer Sale, where I'm offering 50% off my hedges of peace and love. If you want to know more about those, you can check out that link there. I'm also offering half off my personal recorded readings, so you can check those out there. How to book those are all listed also in the description box of the video down below. And then also, I put out a pick a card reading each week. This week's was How Can I Transform My Numbness? The last two before that were about transforming sadness, transforming anger, which is great. Spirit says we're here to feel all emotion. There's no right or no wrong, but when you're ready to transform out of these old feelings you've been feeling forever, there is a way. And also, I have a ton of other pick a cards available on my main page. So if you want to check those out, those are all free as well. And then also, we have a Take 10 with Zen. This is what I put out each week, at least for the last 7 weeks I have, which are videos 10 minutes or less that talk about connecting to the spirit world, uh, understanding ourselves more, and then also I answer questions for my subscribers. And for memberships, those that are at the second level, which is praying mantis level, you have early access to episode 8. This one was about heartache. The next one is about heartbreak. So there you go. All right, everybody. And I will be back tonight. I'm on currently throughout the end of this Sunday, Wednesday through Sundays, I'm here at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and in the mornings on Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to come back and check me out, I shall be here. All right, so that is the skinny. Again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give in the video. I appreciate you all being part of the love tsunami and help spreading the Zen love. All right, Luz, we are to you. So what is your life purpose? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about life purpose here? Yeah. So you've got the Ace of Wands, which is passion and drive, and wherever you focus your energy is what's going to grow and expand. You have the Four of Coins, which represents home to me here. So it's either something that you do in the home or with homes. Not sure. At first, I thought you're awesome at interior decorating. If that's the case, this is like, yes, definitely this energy. But I feel like it is something to do with home and at home from your home. It's not like something outside of in a big business, owning a shop. I feel like you do it from your own home here. The big thing about passions and living your passion is, it's a scavenger hunt. We wish we could have a scroll that falls from the heavens that tells us what we're supposed to do and should do and need to do and all that. But on the other side, we like, if we wanna know, "What is it like over there?" Psh, we're over there. We don't get to have the journey of getting there, or if we wanna know something, we just wonder and we know it because 'cause we're all connected to the beautiful, brilliant mind of Creator. But, down here, we get to experience wandering, the scavenger hunt, the trying to find out, the journey of getting from here to there. So part of your purpose of in our life, in finding our life purpose, is the journey of discovering. So enjoy the journey, enjoy the following your heart, connect to your capital T truth, connect to your high soul heart, and see what makes your heart sing, what makes your heart feel full. As Rumi says, your heart knows the way, the heart knows. So run in that direction. And that's what Spirit has for you. So hopefully that helps a little bit, Luz. But there's no wrong choice. You get to find your journey and head your direction. So I like it. All right, everybody, that is it for this session. Again, thank you so much for all your love and all your support and your thirst from hearing from Spirit and searching after them. And just know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until we see you guys again, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. We'll see you soon. Until then, much love to you. You hang in there and you guys take care.